where this CGI villain steals these CGI boxes from their CGI hiding places, uniting the CGI heroes.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop right there. That actually does make sense, and I'm going to be telling you why. Stick around. Welcome to this movie analysis. My name is Greg. Now, a lot of different people and some channels have some problems with the Justice League, but I'm here to tell you why some of those issues actually make sense. So let's get going.
Prepare for the arrival of Steppenwolf, DC's scariest horn-helmeted minor god villain with a giant-bladed weapon since the movie right before this one. He's got a generic look, a generic motivation.
He lived only to conquer.
And super generic dialogue.
Okay, so the question that comes out of this is, was Steppenwolf a little too generic of a villain? Okay, so before I get into that, let's back up a bit. The first time we see Steppenwolf, like full-fledged Steppenwolf, is when he does this. He just totally blasts the Amazons, basically taking them out like they're little kids. These are the Amazons, you know, the people who trained Wonder Woman. He is intimidating, he is menacing, and he has all of these minions who do his bidding for him. I mean, that's pretty much what we want out of a villain. He's not just a conqueror, he is the conqueror, the destroyer of worlds. The thing is that in movies like these, especially when you're dealing with gods such as Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, you want a villain who can be formidable and powerful enough to actually pose a threat. We actually see that out of Steppenwolf. You want to know how many times the Justice League go up against him? And I don't just mean one or two of them, I mean the entire league. Multiple times in this movie, we see him kick everybody's butt individually. We see him kick people's butts as a group, and it isn't until the full league, full force goes after him before he finally goes down. I don't know about you, but when I want a villain, I want one that's powerful enough to take on our heroes, and Steppenwolf is just that. It takes more effort to take down Steppenwolf than it takes to take down Loki or Ares or whatever other villain you want to throw out there. And so why do you want a villain that can take down your heroes? Because that builds tension. There's something for our heroes to overcome. And this villain is the perfect person for that. Okay, and sure, he might be a big CGI guy. I get that. But you want to know who else is a big CGI guy? Thanos is a big CGI guy. Ego was a big CGI guy. Even Killmonger in his fight scenes with Black Panther is a big CGI guy. Just because he's CGI doesn't necessarily make it a bad villain. And that brings up another thing. Do we even go to these superhero movies for the villains? I mean, I know I certainly don't. The villain doesn't make or break a good or bad movie. Just to give you some examples. Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man, Iron Man 1, and countless other movies have villains who we don't see a ton of development from. And that doesn't matter because we go to see the heroes. We don't spend a ton of time with Loki and the Avengers, but that doesn't mean the Avengers is bad. And you want to know who else also thinks this way? The Oscar-less Kevin Feige, who emphasizes the heroes and realizes we want to see the heroes. And besides that, Steppenwolf is just the undercard. He's a precursor to Darkseid, just like Loki and Ronan, the Accuser, were the precursors to Thanos.
I know you guys are all ready to do battle, but I've actually never done battle.
Stab one.
What?
Stab one person.
What are you talking about?
To be more specific, stab that one, actually.
I don't know how.
Here, don't talk, don't think. Take Diana's sword. Stab that guy. Do it now. Ready?
Oh, I am so not comfortable with this.
Okay, so why doesn't the Flash do everything? And I was thinking about this. Look, I love the Flash. He can move really quickly. He is a kind of an overpowered character, just like we see in this.
Is my mother.
I am so OP.
The Flash can pretty much do anything, right? Well, this brings up a really important idea. Just because someone can do something doesn't mean that they should or that they will. And we see that in Barry Allen. He could break his dad out of jail, but he doesn't do that. Why? Because he respects the system and he has a moral compass. He knows what's right and what's wrong. When we look at him in this particular scene,
It's really cool. You guys seem ready to do battle and stuff, but full transparency, I've never done battle. I've just pushed some people and run away.
Save one.
What?
Save one person.
Which one?
Don't talk, don't fight. Get in, get one out.
And then?
You'll know.
It's actually kind of an awesome moment for both Batman and the Flash. And I really like this because Barry Allen is just learning how to be a hero, a bigger hero than just a neighborhood hero. And Batman is looking at Barry as somebody who he can help shape, become the hero that Batman can't be. Or Batman is thinking, oh my gosh, I failed Robin in the past. I can't fail this kid. This kid has got to be better than I am. Because Batman knows he's no longer the Dark Knight protector of Gotham. He lost all of his morals. He lost that one rule not to kill, and he doesn't want to see the Flash end up that way. That's why he says save just one, and that's why the Flash doesn't kill Steppenwolf right out of the gate.
Where the CGI villain steals the CGI boxes until the CGI hero merges with the CGI box.
But aren't these mother boxes just useless MacGuffins? Alright, if you've really seen more than one movie, you'll realize that MacGuffins come up all the time. So what's a MacGuffin? Basically, a MacGuffin is just an object that everybody in the movie is trying to get. You've probably seen this in a lot of movies. So that will include movies like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Pulp Fiction, Citizen Kane. And nobody looks at these movies and think, man, they got a MacGuffin. They sure are bad. And I'll say this, the Justice League uses this type of film device and actually makes it successful. Everybody is trying to get this. They all know that it's important, and it actually helps make Cyborg even more relevant than he is, because he is essential to stopping these mother boxes, and he's essential to the plot, and it really helps tie everything into this bigger universe. And when you look at what the power of these boxes can do, they can destroy and reshape worlds. And this is the Justice League. They should be dealing with world-ending events. They should be dealing with this type of stuff, not small-time criminal things. And that's why this MacGuffin strategy of these mother boxes actually work.
Mixing Zack Snyder's trademark gloom with the optimism of Joss Whedon that results in its own signature blend of orange.
Does the tone disparities take away from the film? Okay, so Justice League does have kind of a tonal change, right? It's obvious. You can see it from the very first opening credits, and then you take a look at some other scenes. There's a tonal difference, but that's not bad, and they actually pull it off pretty well. And I don't understand why people see tonal disparities as a bad thing. I mean, we've had movies have two different directors, one that comes in halfway through and make a successful film. Did you know that 1933's King Kong actually had two directors, one that came in halfway through who had a totally different style, and that is considered an incredible classic. And guess what other movies had more than one director? Well, there was Poltergeist, Superman 2, even Ant-Man. I mean, you're talking about Peyton Reed, who has directed some movies, but he's not at all like Edgar Wright, and you can't say that their tones are the same, and yet all of these movies I just listed have had that, and the tonal disparity makes sense. We lived our own lives. I don't live in one tone my entire life. Neither do you. So why should our movies live in this box of only one particular tone? It's nice to see some levity and some heaviness in the same film. It doesn't take away from it. It actually makes it more of a real life, relatable world. And this movie really hits home. So if we look back at all the different criticisms, tonal disparity and weak villain and using a MacGuffin and the Flash not doing everything, all of these things have actual reasons, and they actually make the film stronger. Justice League actually pulled all of this off pretty successfully. So now I want to know what you think. What did you like about Justice League? What are some unfair criticisms that you think are levied against the film? Or what do you think I got wrong? Leave a comment below. And if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace, Internet.